Hello everyone, I'm Freaky and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Death Battles Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. So if you guys haven't seen this video, please go watch that video first. What's that? Come back, watch this. So let's continue. Wow. Okay. We've actually had a movie recently with the Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo in one movie, and I haven't watched it yet. But there is this one song in the movie, and it is really good. It's called Out of Nowhere. You should go and check it out. It's on YouTube. So I'm gonna be honest. I'm a fan of both these series. I love watching the original Scooby-Doo. I watched the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. There was the new Scooby-Doo show. There was Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island. I mean, that was a really good one. There was Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers, which is in my opinion one of the best Scooby-Doo films. I mean, yeah, some people say that Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island and the Witch's Ghost and blah blah is one of the good movies. But in my honest opinion, I think Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers is, I think it is one of my favourite Scooby-Doo movies. I mean, yeah, it's like a few problems there, but you know what? For me, it is a really good Scooby-Doo movie. I mean, even Scrappy-Doo, that is universally despised, has some really good moments within this movie. It is a good movie. I mean, the soundtrack, the characters, and there is a mystery to it. I mean, yeah, it's not like a very good one, but to me, Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers is a good Scooby-Doo movie, so highly recommend it. So yeah. Anyways, I've gone too long on those. Now, I've seen like quite a lot of Scooby-Doo. When I was a kid, but I've never actually like watched any of the new stuff, especially if I'm like, don't watch that. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there was I've watched a lot, but I never watched like anything like the what's the Scooby-Doo coming after you? We're gonna solve that mystery. I've never actually like watched that's a series. It was like only like the older stuff, like with the 80s and the early 90s, that sort of stuff. And yeah, those were good. Those were a great series. I mean, I've even watched the live action ones. Now, when it comes to Courage the Cowardly Dog, I also watched that because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the episodes in Courage the Cowardly Dog are pretty damn creepy, especially King Ramses. Oh, he was scary. He was really scary. I mean, Courage has done a lot of a lot of stuff when it comes to his show. I mean, he's a talking dog. Well, Scooby's a talking dog. He uses a computer and that sort of stuff. Okay, who do I think is going to win in this fight? Well, considering that I love both dogs. Considering I like both dogs, and I would like move slightly to like Scooby-Doo, but at the same time I do love Courage the Cowardly Dog. I mean, they're both good in their own right. But saying that, I think Courage is going to win this one. Simply because he's more like human. Okay, I wouldn't say he's human, but more he can do things that a human can do. More or less. But when it comes to Scooby, he's more like dog instead of like being more human. If you know what I'm trying to say. I mean, yeah, they're both talking dogs and all that stuff. So I'm gonna say, yeah, Courage has got this one. Courage has got this one. I think. But you know what? I mean, whoever wins, I lose because I love both these characters. So yeah, well said and done. Let's get to watching. So this is Scooby-Doo versus Courage the Cowardly Dog. And 3, 2, 1, and go.
This episode of Death Battle sponsored by Shady Rays. Scooby-Doo, the miraculous mutt from Mystery Incorporated.
Courage, the cowardly dog straight out of nowhere.
Canis familiaris, man's best friend, the dog. No animal companion has stood by humanity's side as long or as loyally.
Even, and maybe especially, these two yellow-bellied, lily-livered scaredy cats. Or dogs. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This is gonna be good.
Throughout the ages, countless philosophers have posited the same question time and time again.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Pretty much everywhere. From cartoons to comics, from video games to board games, from live theater
To the most incredible major motion picture of all time, he's the greatest Dane since Hamlet.
But his monumental presence in popular culture belies his humble origins. Born to Momsy and Dada-Doo in Doosville, USA.
Scooby-Doo.
Doosville ain't what it used to be ever since they moved all those
As
manufacturing jobs to Bangladesh.
As-
The young
Friends-
Scoobert was
friends with
adopted
Courage the
by
Cowardly
the
Dog.
Rogers family and their prodigal gluttonous son, Norville, better known by his friends as Shaggy.
Those friends being Velma Dinkley, Daphne Blake, Fred Jones, and sometimes...
With their powers combined, they are Mystery Incorporated, a cadre of snot-nosed teenagers
Come on,
traveling
give
the
Scrappy a
Dixon-era
break.
United States in a cushed-up boat,
He's better than Velma.
foiling seemingly paranormal crimes and unmasking corrupt authority figures.
All of whom definitely would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids and their dog.
Scooby is indispensable in Mystery Inc. investigations. Great Danes were bred by 17th century German nobility to hunt bear, boar, and deer, which means he's a master tracker.
Awesome.
Scooby's super sniffer nose can root out the bad guys no matter how well hidden.
They were called Kamerhunda, or chamber dogs, because they stay in their prince's chambers and protect them from assassins.
Awesome.
Such brave, fearless doggos.
Too bad for Shaggy and the gang, the apple didn't just fall far from the tree, it defied the laws of Newtonian physics and rocketed into space at the speed of light, because Scooby is an absolute coward.
He's terrified of his own shadow and constantly anxious about everything imaginable. And his only motivation is his delicious
Awesome.
Scooby snacks.
Which makes it so baffling that he's actually kind of a badass.
Scooby's a master of the dupe, a classic technique of cartoon tricksters.
Sometimes called the power of positive assertion. Scooby flexes his mastery of disguise to fool would-be attackers, like seducing zombies as a belly dancer, or tricking a jester into entering an existential crisis.
This man was so thoroughly convinced to rethink his entire life, he went all the way home and got into bed before realizing he was fooled.
Obviously, these disguises shouldn't work at all, but Scooby's just so supernaturally talented, they just do. See, this is a perfect example. No one in their right mind would think that that's anyone but Boomstick in an awful wig and makeup.
That's my mom.
I'm so sorry. If those disguises sound completely impossible, that's because they are. You might have thought of the Scooby-Doo series as being pretty grounded with all its men in masks, but then one day, the mask did not come
Zombie
off.
Island.
That's right. It's terror time again.
Love it.
The monsters started being real, and Scooby became just as bonkers to match. Like, remember those
Yeah.
Scooby snacks? They started to give him a physical boost in strength, kind of like
Physical.
Popeye spinach.
That's nothing. Shaggy's brilliant uncle, Albert Shackleford, upgraded those snacks with nanite technology, giving them a variety of different effects. Everything from invisibility, robotic
Hey?
armor, force fields,
Oh,
super
come on.
intelligence, and Panther!
Yeah, nanomachines, dog. And we're just getting started. He can stretch and squash his body any way he likes, even duplicating himself or regenerating from damage.
Like being chopped into pieces, crumbling
come
into dust,
on.
or just blowing up.
His soul was literally scared out of his body, and both his body and soul kept going at the same time. That doesn't make sense.
He can appear in multiple places at once, ignore the laws of gravity, rewind time with his time scepter or super speed, draw things into existence, and mess with the plot of his own show.
Things getting a little too spooky for him? He'll just cut to commercial break.
He's also got weapons like the Super Spooker 3000, a gun that instills fear into the hearts of man.
And no, not like an actual gun. It literally shoots fear.
Or the Chest of
Ooh.
Demons, an ark containing 13 monstrous ghosts.
12, actually.
Oh,
Should you be trapped within its grasp, your body and soul will be imprisoned in everlasting torment in this heretofore undiscovered 10th
I'll tell
circle
you,
of hell.
neat. Scooby-Doo
Up
has
there.
dodged laser beams and electromagnetic waves, survived being at the epicenter of an explosion that blew up time, and successfully performed the Zabrinsky Triangle with Shaggy and Maddie Ziegler.
The Zabrinsky Triangle is a dance so unbelievably dangerous that even imperfect executions have caused widespread destruction.
When performed perfectly, it was so beautiful it literally lit up the entire universe and blew up the enormous snow globe containing it. It makes sense if you watch the show. Actually, No, it doesn't.
Taking this literally, we can measure the volume of the broken glass compared to the size
Yeah.
of the entire cosmos within it. In order to shatter what is essentially an enormous glass superstructure, each dancer would have to be generating enough energy to destroy our universe 11 quintillion times.
Come on, they're being too
That's
serious.
right. Maddie Ziegler is a universe buster.
With Scooby-Doo as their nigh
He's
omnipotent
done
mascot, Mystery Incorporated has saved the world from
Just
alien
Dick Dastly.
invasions, wielded the power of a yellow lantern ring, and was even made a member of the Mystery Analysts of Gotham by Batman
Awesome.
himself.
Yes, Batman, the world's greatest detective, recognizes Scooby's skills.
Even facing down and defeating the evil entity, an eldritch dark god, and surviving its death, which rewrote all of reality. Yeah, you know, the talking dog that crossed over with the Harlem Globetrotters and Don Knotts defeated Satan. No biggie.
So, where is Scooby-Doo? He's solving mysteries and saving the world with his found family.
Also, he's an alien.
Wait, what?
What?
We interrupt this program to bring you Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show, starring Courage, the Cowardly Dog.
Abandoned as a pup, he was found by Muriel, who lives in the middle of nowhere with her husband, Eustace Bagg.
But creepy stuff happens in nowhere.
It's up to Courage to save his new home.
Stupid Wiz, you made me look bad. Ooga booga booga!
You're breathing on me. Get away.
Sorry. But who wouldn't be excited for one of animation's mightiest mutts?
Courage
like
is an
French
adorable
Scooby-Doo, look.
pink beagle with a heart of gold and an undying
Beagle
love
slice.
for his doting Scottish mistress.
Beagles are hare hunters with intense separation anxiety, excellent senses of smell, and a set of lungs that'll knock your socks off.
Not
all
name.
of which fits Courage to a T, especially
Stupid
the
dog,
howling part.
dear
To
boy.
be fair, Courage has a lot to howl about. Nowhere USA is a magnet for interdimensional weirdness, attracting some of the strangest freaks in the world.
Like master criminals, cats, and LaQuack, mattress demons, mummies, weremoles, mad scientists, gods and goddesses, aliens, robots, alien robots, this chicken, the king of flan, and of course, the United States government.
And poor Courage is absolutely terrified of all of it. But his devotion to Muriel means he'll always step up and fight the good fight.
Good thing he's kind of a genius. He's a brilliant engineer capable of whipping up the most devious of traps almost instantly. And he's got an unending supply of tools at his disposal.
Everything
Uh-oh.
from his trusty mallet to grappling hooks, ray guns,
Not a
flamethrowers,
mentor.
chainsaws, bombs, beagle-sized cannons, yo-yos, a mind control helmet, vampire hunting gear, and the God Bone.
What?
An ancient artifact that is completely irresistible to any mortal dog, forcing them to lick it until they die.
Except for Courage, of course. I guess if you have the willpower to stare down a gigantic purple foot mobster, you can resist even the most delicious of treats.
And he can pull all of this stuff out of his ass anytime he wants. He always has exactly what he needs.
All thanks to his computer named Computer. A sentient desktop which knows almost anything and everything, even if he has a bit of an attitude about it.
Which means he's always prepared, especially when he can shapeshift his body into literally anything he can think of.
From inanimate objects to monsters to different animation mediums entirely. Courage usually uses this as a form of charades to communicate with others, but don't get it twisted. These aren't just visual animation gags. His body is actually shapeshifting.
Courage's body is a canvas upon which his imagination runs wild. He can stretch to crazy lengths, shrink to microscopic sizes, turn invisible, appear anywhere he wants, or duplicate himself.
He's also effectively immune to damage.
Ouch.
Oh, he still feels pain, but apparently his sheer terror
Same as Scooby.
Like the times he tore himself in half or turned himself fully inside out. The dude somehow vaporized his entire body completely without even ash remaining, and he just popped back good as new.
Classic cartoon shenanigans, but technically anatomically correct. Until it isn't. Courage can create objects from his imagination and often breaks the fourth
This is an
wall,
up and to a dog.
directly addressing
Okay, this
the
is gonna be a good.
audience.
Now, you would think being an impossible to kill force of nature would boost his confidence a bit, but isn't that what anxiety does to you? It undermines your sense of self-worth and magnifies the problems around you.
Sure, but Courage is also fighting gods just as powerful as himself. Like this enormous alien which could spike meteors so hard it spun the Earth 1,000 years into the future. That's crazy.
Then Courage
Ouch.
got shot out of a cannon that punched him through the moon, only to get slapped by that same alien and sent crashing back to the planet. And he was fine.
Courage is strong enough
Yeah,
to physically patch up holes in the ozone layer, hold stars in his hands, and scream so loud he shattered the sun.
A scream like that would be like getting hit with over 100 septillion
Yeah,
hydrogen bombs
Courage is good
all
with this
at
one.
once, which is, you know, a lot.
And keep in mind, the sound waves of his scream would have had to travel through the near vacuum of space. Basically, a complete scientific impossibility.
Next time you replace my beers in the fridge with LaCroix, I'm getting my boy Jack Spaniels to blow up the sun. You've been warned.
That's not all. One time he operated a Peloton controlling a UFO and pedaled it fast enough to fly past Saturn, enter hyperspace, and cross the Milky Way galaxy.
Though Courage's greatest challenge came from inside his very home. A monster who tortures his poor pooch every single day.
Useless
A
bag.
depraved, psychotic motherfucker. The true Prince of Darkness. The greatest villain in cartoon
Look.
history. Eustace.
He even collected all of Courage's greatest foes like a Legion of Doom, all to mercilessly beat Courage to a pulp in a game of
Ouch.
dodgeball.
It gives all rednecks a bad name, Wiz. I want to end him. Low.
Okay, well, Courage's accumulated PTSD always held him back until he met a kindred spirit, another cowardly monster hunting hound, Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Together, they discover the source of Nowhere's weirdness, a
I
dark
can't read
matter
that.
meteor that controlled reality itself.
Originally, the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. Its dark matter can rewrite the laws of physics, control minds, and turn Courage into a giant kaiju.
Taking the meteor for himself, Courage finally faced his fears, defeating this cicada queen goddess thing and saving his family once and for all. Yes, even Eustace.
Shit!
So let that be a lesson to any who would encroach upon the bag's humble farm. It has a protector.
He may be small, and
Why
he
would they
may
wanna
be
fight,
scared,
though?
but standing up to our fears is what makes us brave in the first place. That's why his name is Courage.
Here we go.
This episode of Death is sponsored by Shady Rays.
Are you excited for the season ahead? Well, you're gonna need quality shades that are built to last.
These are legitimately my favorite sunglasses I've ever owned, and I've gotten quite a few compliments about them.
And that doesn't happen often for him. On top of that, every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost or broken replacements. That's one of the best protections in the world of eyewear. On top of that, Shady Rays is committed to making a difference across the U.S. through their Impact program.
Teaming up with nonprofits to help people live healthy, courageous lives through some of their most challenging times.
And if you're not madly in love with your Shady Rays, exchange them for a totally new pair or return them for free within 30 days.
So there's no
To be
reason
fair,
shop
I'm
with
willing
Shady
to
Rays.
like
Their
do
team
this
will
one.
always have
I
your
react to
back
this
with
one.
fast and personal support.
Exclusively for our viewers, Shady Rays is giving out an amazing deal for the season.
Go to shadyrays.com and use code DEATH for 50% off 2+ pairs of polarized sunglasses.
Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 250,000 people.
All right, the
Here we go.
commanders are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a dog battle! Oh, God, when I say it like that, it sounds...
Okay, here we go.
Ariel? 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 Maggie? Maggie? Maggie?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay.
Servants, programmed me.
That is.
What do I do? What do I do?
Oh, come on. Oh. Here we go.
Rabbit's got it! Rabbit's got it! Come on, come on!
Okay, that was a douchebag thing, but Courage did. Ouch. This is very unique. I like this.
Oh, there's one more thing.
Big boy.
How to defeat a Great Dane with a speech impediment, eh? You twit.
It burns!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
All dogs love their
Oh, no.
bones, don't they?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This could be bad. My name isn't Chad James. And it's not.
That's from the game. Oh.
Stupid dogs! You made me look bad!
What's her?
Well! Ow! Ow! Cut it out!
I hate that stupid dog!
What the heck?
KO!
Wait, what? Who won?
Wiz, as happy as I am to avoid on-screen dog murder, wasn't one of them supposed to die?
Not since the Great Norris Santro Singularity event of 2015 have we had a result like this. It can't end like this, right?
Even with Courage's insane
That was
cosmic
great.
you'd think the Zabrinsky Triangle would be enough to seal the deal. But both pooches could regenerate from basically any kind of physical damage.
Both were incredibly smart in different ways. Scooby was more of a trickster with his dupes, while Courage was a scheming genius. Computer could have given Courage the edge, if not for their canon crossover, where it failed to have solid information on Scooby and the gang.
So I guess it came down to their unique abilities. And for 90% of their arsenals, they were evenly matched. Transmutation, mind control,
Come on,
you get it.
they're
Their
both good
fuse
friends.
was basically anything, except for the Chest of Demons and the Dark Matter Meteor.
Sure, the chest could theoretically always trap Courage, but he'd always be able to escape and destroy it with the Dark Matter Meteor.
But Scooby could repair the damage by reversing time and then trap him again.
And then Courage would break out again. You know where this is going.
Ultimately, this battle between man's best friends would never end.
But this is a death battle. Somebody has to die.
Someone did, Wiz. Someone did.
Anybody tell you that you're kind of scary sometimes?
I don't like dog killers.
Scooby and Courage were incredibly tough opponents that could go blow for blow for blow. They were smart, powerful, and incredibly broken.
Doggone it, Wiz. I guess you could say Eustace had one hell of a rough day. I shih tzu not. Oh, those were powerful.
I am so happy with this.
This battle is a draw.
Hi, I'm Ben.
I'm sorry,
Voice of
but
Wiz.
I was
Thank you
so
much for
happy with
watching.
this
We're
ending.
about to announce the next episode, but before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click that join button below. See what
You have to
happens.
admit, Coach was a bit of a dick for knocking off Scooby. I mean, at the very least, they could have done is make it like an accident or something. Seriously, I mean, Courage was a right dick. I mean, he could have at least like, you know, they made him like, you know, accidentally like fall over something, accidentally pushed Scooby over. It's like, oh, so you want to do that? You know, that would have been much better. Like, you know, it was just a complete accident because Courage would never ever do that. But you know what? What can you do? that's the one problem that I do have with this fight. That instead of like Courage actually pushing Scooby, it should have been like an accident. Where it's like, wait, what the heck are you doing? That sort of thing. So yeah, great video, fantastic. I loved the outcome. I love both dogs, and I love both Courage and Scooby. Great episode, fan-freaking-tastic. Love them both. And by the way, to those of you who don't know what Scooby-Doo is or Courage, I highly recommend you guys go and check out their series. Both the early stuff of Scooby-Doo and watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh, and also make sure you go and watch the earlier Scooby-Doo movies like Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers, which is a really good episode. Movie. I highly recommend it. Anywho, that was great. So if there's anything you guys want me to react to, just leave it in the comments below, and we'll get the videos as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
And please don't forget to check out my other social medias. Please go and check out my alternative video platforms: Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Twitch, and please come and hang out on my Discord server. We can play games, have a movie night or a series night, or you can watch me play a few games. And if you guys have any suggestions of any videos you want me to react to, or any video ideas in general, you can tell me on my Discord. I'm also on Twitter, Gab, Getter, and Paula. I'm on Locals, Tumblr, Minds, and if you guys want to support me, please go and check out my Subscribe Star. It's like Patreon, but better. All these things are in the description box below, so please go and check them out and subscribe to them. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.